look, you can put a sticker on anything. Doesn't change what that thing is. Doesn't dictate anything, except that you probably have a problem with stickers. Dragon's Lair. Yeah, get real. This is Dragon's Lair in the same way this is Mega Man. And this is Zelda. And this is crap. Actually, there might be crap in it, but like unless you have to jiggle the handle, the toilet's not crap. Know what is crap though? Dragon's Lair for the Game Boy. This side out, huh? How about this side in? This is crap. Of course, when dealing with crap of this magnitude, specificity is important. I'm not just saying that because I like the word specificity. It also rhymes with that's kind of shitty, which is what most people say about Dragon's Lair for the Game Boy. No, I'm saying it because this isn't just Dragon's Lair for the Game Boy. It's Dragon's Lair the Legend for the Game Boy. See that? See the 5-point text? Yeah, that's how it's separating itself from the real Dragon's Lair. You know, the legendary arcade hit. I mean, you wouldn't want to trick people into thinking this is the same game. You know, if you switch 2 letters, it's Dragon's Lair. So, if you're confused about all this, well, let's get you back up to speed. Back in 1983, there was an arcade game called Dragon's Lair. It was actually pretty groundbreaking. It was like an interactive movie, kind of like those choose-your-own-adventure novels, only a video game. And it was absolutely gorgeous, too. It was animated by Don Bluth, who had previously worked at Disney on stuff like, oh, you know, Sleeping Beauty, Sword in the Stone, Winnie the Pooh, no big deal. I mean, there was really never anything quite like Dragon's Lair. There was plenty of crap like Dragon's Lair the Legend. See, because this is the gaming industry, we had to whore out Dragon's Lair. But wait, I'm sure someone said, we can't put Dragon's Lair on consoles, that's impossible. At which point someone else said, well, I'll just make a bunch of crappy games and call them Dragon's Lair. This is one of those crappy games. And that guy was an asshole. So anyway, Dragon's Lair the Legend, obviously it's a platformer that breaks every conceivable rule of platformers. This game is just, it's so broken. It's so impossibly broken. I mean, look at this. This is the first screen of the game. And over there, you've got those rotating platforms with spikes underneath. I mean, this is basic platforming stuff. This is stuff that should be easy, right? Yeah, not this time, pal. Sometimes you fall through the platforms. I mean, it's just a complete nightmare. But anyway, so you spend all this time trying to jump on these impossible to jump on platforms, you know, because that's obviously what you're supposed to do, right? Yeah, till you accidentally jump on the waterfalls and you find out you can jump on waterfalls. So it's a platformer where you don't have to jump on the platforms. You can just jump on air in the background. Look, I don't even know what to call this. All right, so maybe I do. So like the basic things that make a platformer, those fundamental notions of walking and jumping, but yet make sure you're jumping on things because that's the entire point of the game. That's the rules. This game doesn't even get those right. It doesn't care about the rules. And then it doesn't care about anything because then you can ride minecarts through screens where you're obviously supposed to jump and collect those things. But then thanks to the bad gameplay, it's impossible to jump off that cart and not die. So you just ride the cart instead. Boy, isn't this magical. Don't worry, princess, I'm coming. Wait, is there even a princess this time? Because I don't know. And I mean, I'd collect these glowing squares for her, but that doesn't actually seem to do anything, so... Hey, well, boy, look at that. Look at the deadly spikes on the ground. Bet I have to jump over them, huh? Well, better just walk across the background to be safe. You know, I actually don't hate the way the game looks. I mean, it's got these tiny sprites. It's actually not a bad choice for the platform. I mean, the sound sucks, but look, whatever. Like you're not going to be listening to Slayer anyway while you play this. I did. It's the only reason I was able to get through it. Seriously, I can't believe this thing was even sold, like, legally. Like, why do we even have consumer protection guys if this can slip through the cracks? How something like this slip through the cracks? Like, and maybe your employer, maybe their bosses would be interested to know that. It's like, this is like playing hide and seek with an elephant and losing. Look, normally a review's just an opinion. It's an entirely subjective matter. There's nothing subjective about this. This game is broken and a liar, and it is a broken liar. Meanwhile, I'm like Jim Carrey in Liar Liar over here, like after the wish is granted. Because what I'm saying is like, I've had better. Actually, I can't remember having much worse. This game is just the... Look, the goddamn pen is blue. It's Dragon's Lair, Liar Lair, for the legend, for the original Game Boy. Apparently the legend is to piss all over the legend. Using toilets that are clearly in the background.